What's up, gamers? This is Medallion, and as some of you may have noticed, I have been a little absent on my YouTube channel, and I do apologize for that. There are two reasons, one of which I'm just super busy. That's a pretty normal reason. And the other second reason is that I have been doing a lot of LEGO Universe. And the reason being is I got really exhausted and burnt out from Aura Kingdom because of a video which hopefully will come out in the near future, which is actually kind of exciting, so definitely be looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been doing some LEGO Universe, and I've been having troubles running it on my newer computers, and so I've been running it on my old computer, which doesn't really have good video capturing abilities. So I haven't really captured any of my progress or what I've been doing. So this is kind of a surprise to some of you that have been watching my YouTube channel for a while. If you have not been watching my YouTube channel for a while and you're just logging in to see this video, hi, welcome, this is me. So LEGO Universe was a game created by NetDevil in conjunction with LEGO, and it was super hyped up, and I remember it was, I think it was like 2010 or something like that. I remember seeing it in a lot of my LEGO magazines as a young kid, and it eventually shut down pretty quickly afterwards. It only lasted for a year or two. But I recently was able to join a private server, which is why I'm able to play it now. But anyway, one of the cool things about LEGO Universe is that there is a thing called a passport, which is basically just achievements. And the goal, and only a small number of people have managed to complete all achievable achievements. And what I mean by that is all achievements that are currently achievable. Well, not all the achievements are actually currently able to be completed. Some are bugged and some just, they can't be quite completed yet. But anyways, if you can complete them all, you get this cool backpack. The admin gives you this cool backpack, which I'll show you right here. Lots of fun, super cool. But I really quickly wanted to go through my entire passport and just explain a little bit about how I got here and what happened. So first of all, I have collected about 9.8 million coins, which is kind of crazy to me to think that I have spent 4.6 million coins somehow at some point, which is crazy because I feel like, I mean, I've only bought a few things, probably only like a million, and I can't believe I've lost more than a million in falls and things. So I'm just not quite sure how I've spent 9.8 million coins. I mean, I've got 9.8 million coins. You can see I have 4.2 currently. So I've lost like over 4 million, which is crazy. I'm not sure how that happened. Bricks collected, smashable smash. That's a lot of smashable smashed. Like, I've smashed a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of missions completed. Look, that's a 2.8 thousand rockets used. Like, that's a lot of traveling I've done. It's kind of crazy to look at all these stats and what I've done over the time. Okay, 92,000 imagination power-ups. Wow. 51,000 life power-ups. 56,000 armor power-ups. I've traveled 7.7 million miles. That's a lot of miles of traveling. And this is that's just running or walking. That's not cars or anything. So that's just pure traveling. That's a lot of traveling meters. Of course, meters here are not yards or feet or miles or anything, but anyway, okay. Number of times smashed. I've died 1,000 times. That's a lot of times to die. I can't believe I actually died 1,000 times. That's wild to me. I wonder if that counts like vehicle crashes or something like that, because I feel like I haven't died 1,000 times. So I could be wrong with that. I've taken 15,000 worth of damage. I've healed 20,000. I've repaired 106,000 of armor. That's a lot of armor healed. Restored 306,000 imagination. Used 270,000 imagination. I've driven 8.8 million miles. That's a lot of meters. That's not miles. Whoops, meters. 8.8 million meters. That's a lot of meters to drive. That's a lot. This is broken. I have done a lot of airborne in seconds, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That must just be bugged. Oh, one quick thing I will say about the driving stats, the racing stats, is that it only counts when you have three. It only counts when you have 3 or more racers. So I have done a lot, and I mean a lot of racing with just me and another person, so another racer. So that wouldn't count. So I wouldn't say probably doubled, but I'd say at least half of this in addition of extra distance driven and etc. stuff. So racing imagination, power-ups, crate smashed, times, boost activated. That's a lot of times activated. Number of Vex and race car. Okay, so this is different than this. I can't believe I've wrecked 2,700 times. What? That's crazy. I can't believe I've crashed 2,700 times. Wow. Okay, so that's not included in the death total. So I really have died 1,000 times. That's wild. Smashed 8.7 thousand racing smashables. 283 races finished with 3 or more people. 127 races first place with 3 or more people. And then current time played, that's just the time I played since I started this this video. And then total time played is 20 days, 20 hours, 47 minutes, 38 seconds, and counting. So I started playing LEGO Universe, I believe it was November, sometime in November, early November, and I completely finished the passport as of a few days ago. So it's been like, what? 4 months, and roughly 4 months I was able to do 20 days and 20 hours worth of LEGO Universe. That's a lot of time to play LEGO Universe. Kind of crazy. I think I've actually spent that much time. Wow. I wish there was like a counter like this on most of my games, so I could like see how much time I've actually put into the game. 124,000 LEGO Universe score. It can't go up any more than this because you can't get any more than level 45. 10 arts, 28 imagination. That's current coins I have, and that's my current reputation. Reputation is a little broken right now. You should be able to get reputation, I believe, if people visit your property. Could be wrong about that, but that's not working right now. So the only way to get reputation is by you doing the little quest to visit properties, and that's really, really slow. So anyways, moving on. World. This is Venture Explorer. I believe this is just when you first arrive. Yeah, this is when you first arrive in LEGO Universe, and you have to do this, I believe. Yeah. So this is all super easy stuff. Of course, I didn't get all this classic rocket stuff to begin with. I actually went first to Avant Gardens and then just bought the pieces I was missing. I only got a handful of them when I actually first started. And just bought the pieces I needed, which is plenty fine enough. And I believe this took a little bit of time. It's never quite easy to find all the observers and stories. So, yeah, that took a little bit of time. Avant Gardens. I can't remember any of these quests being too obnoxious. Most of these ones were definitely doable. I forget one of these. One of these is a mission where you basically includes going to the properties, and I couldn't. One of the properties, I can't remember which one it was. It's kind of hard to see and find, and I couldn't get that mission for the longest time. And then finally, I found that property and was able to do that one quest, because every property is one quest you got to finish. Let's see here. Observer story, they took a little bit of time, wasn't that crazy. Flag Hunter took a little bit of time. Just needed some parkour in that special little map so you can see all the collectibles. That was easy. That wasn't too hard. None of that was too hard. This took a long time because it's 50, 100, 1,000, and 5,000. So that's like, what, 6,000? Oh wait, no, it's 7,500, 8,500. That's almost 9,000 Stromlings I had to smash. That took forever. The good news is that smashing the Stromlings also corresponds with the Avant Garden Survival. So if you smash Stromlings in there, it also counts for this, which made this a little easier, but still. Smashing almost 9,000 Stromlings was no joke. Same thing with these guys. Wait, no, this was just quick build. Okay, quick build took a while. I can't remember it taking too long, but it did do that. I don't remember that being too difficult. Parallax Protector took a while because, I mean, look at this last level. 1,000 Stromlings, 1,000 mechs, 1,000 Dark Stromlings. Again, I used the Avant Garden Survival corresponds, but still, that took forever for me to get. All of this was easy. That was all easy. Yeah, this wasn't too bad. I remember this taking a little bit of time just to quick build all those bouncers and things, but yeah, it wasn't that bad. Nimbus Station quest didn't take that long. This was a really obnoxious quest. Turns out the spider is in one of the benches. You gotta smash the bench. I remember that taking a little bit. All of these Johnny Thunder quests took forever because you have to go find all these quests in all the different lands, and yeah, it's still, even with a little map that shows you all the collectibles, it still took forever. That was not fun. All of these were pretty easy. I don't remember any of these being tough at all. Pet Cove. If you see people in the background, they're just running around, you can ignore it. Pet Cove, it took a little bit of time because some of these quests required you to get all of the different pets And so that took a little bit of time, but yeah, it wasn't really that bad. And the achievements weren't that bad either. Okay. That's done. Gnarl Forest. Once again, none of the missions were all that bad. The free ninja ones took a little bit of time just because I had to figure out I had to get 4 heads for all of the dummies. Okay, so none of these took that bad, just discovering places, getting the pets. Yeah, none of these were too bad. This took a little bit of time. This, I believe it was, yeah, 250 exploding crates took a little bit of time just to blow them all up. But you'll see in just a second here that you can kind of combine this with some of the other achievements. So, yeah, so the privateer is more than 2,500 strongling pirates. Pirate duelist is more than 1,000 strongling admirals, and pirate swashbuckler is more than 150 strongling apes. And so as you're killing these, the exploding boxes are just right nearby, so those kind of go hand in hand. I finished the apes first because you could just go to that one ape that's right underneath the cliff, and he respawns pretty quick, and he always respawns there. So I don't remember that taking too long. But these guys took forever. It took so long to get these guys. It was so frustrating too to get these guys. That took forever. None of these really took that long. Yeah, I don't remember. Those were all pretty easy. Forbidden Valley, once again, mission's not that horrible. The pipe one was a little tricky to finish because I feel like it's a little bugged, but it may not be bugged. But anyways, let's see. None of these were too crazy. These took a long time. The Ronin, the horsemen, just look, 2,000 horsemen, and each horseman takes a while to defeat. So it just took forever. Yeah, those took forever. I believe the Ronin in the dragon instance counted. So that was a little easier when you did all those dragons, but... Oh, yeah, it's this one. 300 dragons in the dragon instance was really obnoxious. That was one of the last achievements I ever actually did, because it just took forever to do all those dragons. And doing one person against them all is almost infeasible. So I had to do it with a bunch of other people, but surprisingly, there's not a lot of other people on this server that really wanted to do dragons. So yeah, that took forever. That was one of the last ones I ever actually did. Next is Tower T achievements. There's a lot of them, but they weren't all that bad. Just a lot of traveling mostly. Most of these really weren't that bad. I got them done pretty quick. This one was probably the most annoying one, but I get way over 10,000 bricks eventually, so that wasn't too hard. I mean, you can just see right now. Look how many plus 999 bricks I have. Like, of course, these aren't a lot. I mean, just look how many bricks I have. That's just so many bricks. So, and this is after I already donated more than 10,000 bricks to the job box. So, yeah, that took a little bit, but I got that done pretty early, to be fair. Quick climb didn't take very long to do the missions, but these achievements took a while. 150 shields creations, that just takes forever. Each shield is like, I don't know, it's a lot of imagination required, and it took forever. So shield builder took a long time. All of these took a while. They're just hundreds of enemies. I remember the mechs were one of the last ones I finished on Crux Pond. That took a while. Spiders, I finished pretty quick because of another achievement later on, you'll see. Pirates, finished fairly quick. The apes took a long time. That was one of the last things I finished on Crux Pond because they're so tough. Dragon Slayer I finished pretty quick because there's a lot of people that like to do dragons to get loot. Let's see, all these other ones were pretty good. All of these ones, like the Fry engine, the engine works, and the rockets, took a little bit because you can only get the piece from the orange wizard, and it's only kind of random, and so that just took a long time to finally grind out the chances on that, the percentages chances of that. But anyway, that wasn't yeah, Crux Pond was rough, but it could have been worse, I guess. Ninjago Monastery, there was just so many quests. These took forever to complete all the quests, but they weren't all that hard. Each one wasn't that necessarily that tough. I don't remember any of these being all that bad. I mean, they did require a little bit of grinding, like this required some grinding, this required some grinding, but it wasn't all that bad. And if you do a lot of Frankjaw, it's really not that bad to get a lot of these enemy ones, to be honest. I'd say the achievements in Ninjago Monastery weren't anything to write home about. General, these were easy. Gem Collector is pretty easy. All of these were pretty easy, except, I mean, this was just getting extra gear. So the only ones here that were really annoying was Shark Bite took a while. because I don't normally, I mean, I fall a lot and I die a lot, but I don't normally die in a spot where I can get eaten by a shark. So this took a while to grind out the shark bite. And then this one took the longest. This was the last thing I finished. 1,000 plus 500, that's 1,500. Almost 2,000 daily missions that you had to complete, and each daily mission takes a couple minutes. So, well, the average one takes a couple minutes anyways. So this was the last one I completed before I got my passport complete. And it just took forever. Like, it took so long to finish that. This is by far the most obnoxious achievement, and it's when I should have started earlier. I should have started doing daily quests earlier, but I didn't, and I paid for it dearly. Battle, yeah, these were pretty easy. This was just Avant-Garde and Survival. Let's see, which one was the one that took a long time? This one was the one that took a long time. I had to defeat 10,000 survival enemies. 10,000 survival enemies in Avant-Garde and Survival. That took a while. I had ground out with some other people for a while, but man, that took a long time to finish. This one wasn't too hard. These ones were a little annoying for sure. Just getting all those done. I should have done them in conjunction with my dailies because I always go to Return to Venture Explorer in my dailies, but I didn't. So those took a while just to grind out, but it would have been easier if I had ground out more of my dailies before trying to finish those. Battle at Nimbus Station, these took a while. These did take a very long time, and they were very obnoxious to finish. For instance, like this one, maybe it's... Yeah, like you have to defeat King Hurl 100 times, gotta defeat Whack Bledo 50 times, Merkle Blotch 200 times basically, and those that took a long time, man. I ground out so many instances of the Battle of Nimbus Station to finish that. So many. It took forever. That was obnoxious. Build. None of these were that bad. You can't finish the last of the Visitor because there is enough properties in the server currently to visit. This one is broken, and this one is... You can do it, but to get the easy large amounts of reputation is currently broken, so that doesn't really work, but all of these weren't that bad. Well, okay, let me take that back. This one took a long time, just because it's quick builds and stuff. So, there's two things. One, you could do it in... you could do the quick builds in Forbidden Valley, but the problem with that is you constantly had to be attacking the enemies that were attacking you, and so that was annoying. The other option was to build the quick builds in Crux Prime, just one of those platforms, and that took a lot more imagination to build and time to build, but you didn't have enemies attacking you. And I honestly just did that because it was much easier. You can just turn your mind off and just build instead of having to worry about constantly trying to attack others and stuff. I did a lot of this by myself, which is why it took so long. If I had built it with somebody else, it would have been a lot easier, but I didn't, which is my problem. Worthy Builder wasn't that bad. I know it's 10,000 quick builds, and that is a little bit obnoxious, but it's only 10,000, and you can just turn your mind off and just do the Red Block concert quick builds, the music, the instruments on stage. So it really wasn't that bad, I felt like. This is broken. You can't. There's not 100 more missions to do there. I don't think any of these were that bad. The Green Thumb took a little bit to water all those plants, and then the dice rolling 100 times did take a little bit too. But I didn't really feel these were that bad either. You just turn your mind off and go for it. Shooting Gallery. Okay, so most of these were pretty easy to do. The one obnoxious thing was the Pirate Sharpshooter. So first you have to do 1,000,000 points, then you have to do 10 million points, then you got to do 100 million points, and then you got to do 500 million points. And this took a long time. Like, it took a long time. It took a very, very, very long time. And I think I have currently the most amount of times I've attempted Pirate Cove. And the reason being that you kind of have two options when you're doing Pirate Cove. One is you're giving your full attention and concentration to it, and every time trying as hard as you can to get as many points as possible, and that'll give you as few attempts at it as possible, but it also requires a lot of mind power. My option, and the one I preferred, was, because I'm not super amazing at getting high scores, was just basically don't pay attention too much, put on a video, and then by the side just spam click all the easy ships and the octopus squid thing. So I ended up doing a lot more attempts at it because I was making less points per attempt, but it was also a lot easier because I didn't have to concentrate on it and it didn't feel as grindy. So I don't know, everybody kind of has their different option. That was what worked with me. That's what I did. Racing was a lot of fun. I love racing. Racing is, yeah, just a ton of fun to do. See, those weren't too bad. That wasn't too bad. This took a long time. I think this is one of the last things I did. Just not wrecking 100+ times took a while, because I do wreck a lot. I'm kind of a high stakes person. I take the shortcuts and the best racing lines to try to get the best time, but at the same time, that's also dangerous, and I smash a lot. So this took a while to do. If I'd been more careful, that would have been easier. This took a little bit of time to win 50 races, but honestly, I worked with some other people, and we got that done pretty quick. That wasn't too bad, that wasn't too bad, that wasn't too bad. This took a while. This took a very, very long time to get all these races in. Just grind out the races. Luckily, you only need 2 people, so myself and one other racer to finish this, but yeah, it took a while. This is broken right now. These are just missions and achievements for the various racing spots. I don't remember any of these being all that bad. The flags take a little bit of time, but it's really not that bad. This was all pretty good. I'd say the Forbidden Valley was the hardest to get the flags, because some of the flags are hidden pretty well. But yeah, none of these were all that hard. It just, well, okay, let me rephrase that. It's not hard to do, but it's hard to get the other racers on the server to race with. So that was the trickiest part. But actually completing the achievements once you had other racers wasn't hard. These were definitely by far the hardest missions. These missions were so annoying. Very, very annoying. Very hard to do. A lot of good parkour was required for them. It's just super grindy. Yeah, these were the worst missions of all the missions that you could do. But these achievements were pretty easy. Events, missions weren't that bad. Some of these achievements were a little tough. Yeah, this one took a little bit of time to complete all those, but honestly, compared to some other achievements, it really wasn't that bad. None of these were really all that bad, considering. Yeah, so I guess that's kind of my explanation of my LEGO Universe. That's kind of my explanation of my LEGO Universe Passport, and just kind of my thoughts on that. And very thankful for all the admins and server owner that were able to host LEGO Universe once again. And I actually never was able to play LEGO Universe in live, which I am very, very sad about. But the fact that I was able to play it here and get the chance to play it again with other people, just very, very thankful to them. And then, of course, the Dark Flame team for putting all the software and stuff together. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm going to continue playing. I got some other characters I want to play on, some other factions and stuff I want to do. And, yeah, excited for the future.